Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 6th of December for the Sun or the Ascendant. As ever, I'm going to give you the overview of the big influences of this week, but please stay with me because then I'll dive deep and in forensic detail give you each of the 12 zodiac sign forecasts. So this week begins with the Sun and Mercury still in the expansive sign of Sagittarius, and the energy of last week's total solar eclipse in Sagittarius is still reverberating around our situations in a very potent way. This gives us the desire to break out, be free, be independent, be a bit more physically active, or research things, download extra knowledge. Very exciting stuff. But the Sun and Neptune are going to be squared by the dreamy and sometimes deceptive energies of Neptune in the sign of Pisces. So that's house 12, and the Sun and Mercury are in house 9. You know that old saying of fact being stranger than fiction? I think that's one that we can bear in mind this week, because things that we might ordinarily shrug off can seem that much more aggravating and get under our skin, or someone could make a drama out of something that really doesn't deserve that level of energy. But there are some really super influences this week too, not least the fact that Mars is forging a stunning link with Venus and Pluto, and that's really going to come up to the boil on Saturday when Venus becomes exact in its conjunction with Pluto. It's going to be repeated on Christmas Day. The reason for that is that Venus goes into a retrograde on the 19th of December. So something to do with a financial or business matter that's going in a progressive direction could really gain traction this week very helpfully. Maybe it's a fated relationship that's also gaining extra energy and dynamism. This could even have a sexual component to it if there is someone that you're strongly drawn to who's very charismatic and has quite an intense aura about them. After all, Mars and Pluto are the rulers jointly of the sign of Scorpio, so we should expect a degree of intensity from that. But also Jupiter is in a right angle with Mars too this week. I think this can actually be a lot better. It's just suggesting that perhaps we're not over optimistic with our resources. Mars in the 8th house is about the longer term financial situation. Jupiter's in the friendly sign of Aquarius. So we might decide to go out and have a jolly good time with a group of people, if it's allowed, wherever you are, and it could turn out to be fun, but also perhaps a little excessive on the enjoyment side of things. But as the week draws to a close, there is a quarter moon in Pisces, very close to Neptune, and that sense that things are kind of really hypersensitive is really going to be emphasised. So if we can, we need to fact check things in a big way this week. Even our own stories can start going off at tangents. We can feed them with our imaginations in quite a destructive way if we let them. But also this could be a great week for tuning into our dreams, our night dreams, and really gaining some solace from meditation or anything that's peaceful or to do with healing. And we could find ourselves becoming really wrapped by one strand of that. So an exciting week, a week when we still want to change things up, be a bit freer spirited, but we just need to be aware of the more subconscious or psychological influences of Neptune, which can distort our reality. Now, please stay with me for your in-depth forecast, but if you are new to my channel, I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. This means every time I launch a video, you'll get an alert. Also, if you'd like to get your free written daily horoscope fired to your device each morning, you can do by signing up on the subscription link beneath this video, totally free. And also with year 2022 literally just around the celestial corner, if you've yet to get your forecast for next year based on your time, date and place of birth, please see my special offer below. You can get the rest of this year free, what's left, and also you can get a character analysis and 30% off. And this is going to see you embrace more serious astrology, rise above your zodiac sign forecast, and give you real gripping insights into what the next year holds. Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your in-depth forecast for week commencing the 6th of December. This week sees the Sun and also Mercury continue in the part of your horoscope to do with everyday resources, money, our daily spends, if you like, our budget, but also to do with our self-worth. Now, because of the total solar eclipse last week, working on those areas is going to be a theme into the first 5.5 months of next year. But this week you could be tempted to actually splash out quite a bit, and particularly on someone you really care a lot about. And because of Christmas, that's an easy thing that we all fall into, isn't it? We like to spoil people to the best of our ability. But Neptune means, in it, your 5th house of romance and affection, that if you're trying to sort of make a very good impression on someone you've recently met, I just really wouldn't try too hard. And the reason for that is your ruler Mars, your traditional ruler Mars, is actually forging a very strong link to Venus and Pluto, your modern ruler, in your sector of everyday communications. And you know, your raw passion and personality power are going to be enough to attract the right people to you. It isn't just down to increasing your budget or spoiling someone to the nth degree. And the temptation to do that is going to be further there because Mars also squares with Jupiter, the planet of plenty, in your sector of emotions. So as the week draws to a close and we have the quarter moon, if someone approaches you that's very close to you, wants some kind of financial assistance, unless it really stacks up, I would remind them that you're not there to finance their lifestyle. You can help them in some practical ways, supportive ways, but they need to take perhaps a little bit more responsibility if they're being too extravagant. So this is a week when you can make progress with your resources, as long as you keep quite a tight rein on your expenditure, and especially around anything which is a bit speculative in its nature.